Story 4. 3 minutes of breathing on a voicemail. So I've never posted here, but I'll try to be as quick as possible while not sacrificing detail. Also, I'm male for reference. About 7 years ago, I worked at a Southern-style restaurant. I'm originally from Alabama, but I live in the Midwest near Chicago. I was working one day, and a man, woman, and their daughter came in to eat. I waited on them, and they were really nice. They were older, probably in their 60s, while their daughter was probably 30-something. They noticed my accent and stated that they were from Alabama as well and had moved to Chicago for work. Not knowing very many people in the area, it was nice to hear a familiar accent as it made me feel like I was at home. After I waited on them, they left me a pretty decent-sized tip, so it made it all the better when they came in. Over the next few months, they started coming in a lot. I mean, a lot. Probably 3 or 4 times a week, and would specifically ask to be sat in my section. They tipped well, so I didn't mind. They talked to me about all kinds of things, although I was very careful to reveal any information to them. I'm very careful what I share with who about my personal life due to how I was raised. They told me that they saw me driving my Jeep and that they had a present for me. They gave me a decal that said, "It's a Jeep thing." I was rather embarrassed to say the least and didn't want to put it on my car, so I didn't. They still came in, and every time they asked why it wasn't on the back of my Jeep. Finally, agitated, they stopped asking about it. This is where it starts to get strange. We were open for Easter. I was working and they came in. They confronted me and asked if I wanted to go get lunch with them the following week. I hesitated, but was young, about 20, and felt really pressured to say yes. They asked me for my phone number, and against every instinct I had, I gave it to the dad, and it was not a good feeling. A couple days later, they called me and I didn't answer. I let it go to voicemail. Although the dad would leave me a minute-long voicemail rambling about this or that and wanting to meet up. They came in the next day and asked if I wanted to meet at a restaurant. I said that was fine, thinking they would leave me alone if I just did once. I was young, dumb, and hindsight is 20/20, and I went to meet them at said restaurant. Upon arrival, they did not get out of their car. They told me to get in the car and we would go to a different restaurant. I got a really bad feeling in my stomach. I knew that I didn't want to get in the car with them. Instead, I told them I would meet them at the other restaurant. The dad begged me to get in the car. And being polite, I told him no thank you and I would drive. I ended up going to the other restaurant in fear of me leaving and standing them up affecting my job. So I went to the other restaurant after the dad begged me and finally gave up. When we got to the other restaurant, he was continuously asking me about how he'd wish I would have listened and just went with them in their car and was incredibly fixated on this. The daughter didn't speak. The mother didn't speak either. The whole experience was basically the dad telling me that he was upset that I didn't get in the car with him and that I should have listened to him. Finally, I finished and left as quickly and politely as possible. He asked me to get lunch again tomorrow. I told him I'd probably be out of town. The next day, I had 10 missed calls from the dad back to back, and each of them had a voicemail that was 3 minutes long of him just breathing and grunting and moaning. I was... Ew.
Right.
I was really terrified after this and completely ignored them. Luckily, they backed off and left me alone, but still came to eat, although they didn't ask for me anymore, but instead would mean mug me from across the room. I eventually stopped working there so I didn't have to see them anymore. Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I gotten in that car.
You would have died.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the only option.
You would
You
have...
been kidnapped
Yep.
and died.
Yep. 100%. Like, there's no way that, like, that dad was not a predator.
Right?
Like, that, like, the moaning especially, like...
Yeah, like, why are you just, like,
why are you
breathing and moaning?
No, on the phone, like, leaving a voicemail for somebody to hear. It's just you breathing and moaning.
Right.
No.
There's no reason you should be
No.
moaning on the phone like that.
Yeah, he's doing something absolutely fucking disturbed. I guess he's 20, so he's not technically, like, a predator, but he's still, like... I still see him as a predator because he's, like, targeting somebody who's younger and, like, doesn't have a bunch of life experience and hasn't been through all these things, like, taking advantage of that person.
And, like, he's probably, like, a weird, freaky sex trafficker, or he wants, like, put you in a dungeon or something.
Yeah, hide you under his house. Ugh, God, it's so gross. I'm, like...
reading through the comments.
Yeah, and I want to know, like, how old the daughter was, because, like, what if it wasn't his daughter?
Oh,
what
he
if
said,
it was,
like, 30s.
The daughter was in the 30s?
Yeah.
What? Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
oh, my
probably
God.
30-something, 60s and
yeah,
30-something.
so then, like, that's even weirder. Like, they're all old? No, absolutely not. That was something, like, bad waiting to happen. Ew, how scary.
Some of the comments are like, did the daughter look like her parents? Did she talk? Like, basically questioning, is this the daughter, or is it someone who they also like kidnapped and
Yeah.
forced into their scheme?
Now they're using her as bait, like added bait. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would be so weird. Oh, that would make me so uncomfortable. And I wonder if that would have been a situation where OP could have gone to their boss and been like, "Hey, this family's doing these like really weird things." Like,
Yeah.
if he like OP felt threatened or worried about losing their job because of this family, like maybe telling the management, like,
Right.
"Hey,
Just, hey,
this
by
is
the
what's
way,
happening." Yeah.
Yeah, they are harassing me.
Yeah.
And play the voicemails for extra added effect.
Yeah. The heavy breathing and the moaning. I think I like. Ooh, I can't even imagine getting that on my phone.
Yeah. Because I feel like sometimes in these scenarios, people like report it to their boss and they're like, I don't want to like cause any trouble, which is fair.
Yeah.
So they kind of like think it downplayed a little bit more. I'm like, no, play the voicemail. Show them how crazy they are. Like, show them exactly why you don't want to be around these people.
Exactly.
So your boss can't deny it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what, like the best thing you want to do is like be transparent, because then like if anything were to happen, like now it's on them kind of thing.
It's like, oh, I didn't know it was that bad.
Yeah.
This could be running upstairs. Can't be like, oh, you're just like, you're being so dramatic. It's like, no, he's moaning on the phone. Like, this is weird.
Huffing and puffing and blowing a house down on the fucking phone.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what you're doing. That's weird.
I hear skin flapping. Like, he's moaning my name. Like, I don't know how much more clear I can be about this.
Please don't let them around me.
Yeah. Oh my God.
If you enjoyed that little story, be sure to watch the full episode here. And make sure you like, subscribe, and all that jazzy. Jazzy? I see what you did there. Wait, what was that?